I don't know if you can see what that says there, but it says South Terminal Departures or something like that. I am at London Gatwick Airport. It is time for another holiday, which means another vlog.
What do you mean hey like that?
Introduce yourself. Who are you?
So they call me Lewis, aka Big Lewis,
Yeah, let's not do it like
aka
this.
the lad,
Okay.
aka whatever you need to call me. Okay. I mean, where's the camera here, innit? Yeah. You look at the camera, not look at myself. You know what I mean? But yeah, now we're just here. Get me, it's majestic mayhem. It's just majestic on these streets, man.
Right. Are you done?
Well, I don't know. What do you want me to do? Drop a 16 bar? I don't know. Like.
Okay, we're done. You're ready?
Yeah.
How predictably typical that we both just got randomly searched. I mean, to be fair, I did accidentally leave a bottle of cream in my hand luggage. But did you need to ask me if I had sharp objects? Did you need to swab my whole bag? I think not. Cheeky Nando's breakfast. Never thought I'd see the day. My life is complete. Goodbye, snow. You will not be missed. Mercy, can you see? I don't even know the rest and I already did better than Fergie. I've been in America for 5 minutes and I've already had a toilet door opened on me. Not the best of starts.
Some guys get in touch with me.
I'm telling you, that's his experience, man.
Experience.
You might have that athleticism, but
I just understand how to win, man. I captain almost every team. I've been really.
We made it. We're here.
really out here.
We're alive.
You don't think it's a joke, fam. You've got a wavy little Airbnb. Had things set up good, bro. I'm telling you. I think it's set up well.
Would you like to elaborate that even more, or?
Listen, all I'm saying is you made a great decision.
We did. So we're here for one night in Florida, and then the cruise ship sets off tomorrow.
Technically, we're in North Miami, fam. Technically, we're in North Miami.
Which is in Florida.
Yeah, it's in the state of Florida. I'm just saying, innit? You know, it sounds a bit wavier when you say I went to Miami.
Why am I related to you? Well, while Lewis is still inside working and I'm ready to go, I'm so ready to get on this cruise ship. I don't know what he's doing. I thought I'd just come out here and show you my little outfit of the day, OOTD, because I feel kind of cute. It's like a little crop top on, a little skirt, some nice furry socks. Yes, these are Hogwarts socks, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Gryffindor for the win. Got my nice custom sunglasses that I made myself. Oh, wait, I forgot I had 2 glasses on. And the eye look. Feeling a bit orangey and tropically today. So hopefully when he's finished working, we should be able to go and get some breakfast, and then it will be time to get on the cruise ship.
Welcome. Let's get right over here.
Give us some smiles. We don't want to.
Oh no, I'm stuck. My bags. No, don't shut the door on me. Thanks. Oh, this is quaint. This is
Who uses
quaint.
words like quaint?
Me. One of y'all to tell me something about these sunglasses. I dare you. You can't, because they're bomb. Yes, I am talking to myself. We've set off now, so I'm ready to hit the pool. So I've just been out to the pool, been in the jacuzzi, just come back. So I'm taking my first shower in the room. For some reason I just felt like sharing this experience with you guys, because it just felt a bit strange to me, the fact that I'm in a vessel on water, yet I turn on the taps in the shower and clean water comes out. I don't know why that just feels so strange to me. And then also I was in the shower and the amount of times I nearly fell over. Like, you think this ship is so big that you wouldn't feel any of the movement. You feel everything. Literally everything. I nearly broke my neck in that damn shower. Casually just watching movies in the laundry room. So here is this evening's look for our activities tonight. Not quite sure what those will be yet, but whatever it is we end up doing, I'll be looking fly.
Tell everybody, who are you traveling with here tonight?
My brother.
Your brother, where is he?
Yeah, come on, in the building. Yeah, we're in the building. We're in the building.
Everyone say hi, Lewis.
Yeah. All right.
Of the forest, come taste the sun sweet berries of the earth. Come rolling on the riches all around you, and for once never wonder of your worth. Bring some memory with all my brothers. So it's the next morning, and we shall shortly be arriving at our first stop, and that will be Princess K's in the Bahamas. I'm so excited. I'm currently wearing this t-shirt. It says the Phenomenal Life Cruise. That is the cruise group that we're with, so we're gonna shortly go and take some photos with them. We haven't got any seminars or anything today for the like motivational speaking part that I don't really know much about. That's Lewis's forte, not really mine, but I think we're having sessions tomorrow. So there's sessions about like how to improve your relationships and your work life and your business and basically all those kind of self-improvement, self-help type things. So it's not really up my alley. It's not really the kind of thing that I do, but I'm looking forward to it. Maybe I probably will get something out of it. I might come off this ship a new person, or you'll have to roll me off the ship with the amount of food that I've been eating. We'll have to see.
Man, I just want to thank you guys so much. How many of you guys have had a great year so far? I know we're just dealing with the first quarter. Good. All right, I'm just interested. I don't know.
Well, I am just so brightly colored and sparkly today. There is no way you were gonna lose me on this island. So on a little side note, especially aimed at my larger busted girls, if you do like this top, it is custom made, and I will leave information in the description box on where you can get one. We have arrived.
Man. Alright, stop. Pulling in, fam. Pulling in, Princess K's pulling in, you feel me? We're active, we're active, we're active, we're active, we're active.
Hopefully it comes out of there.
Now, if you don't put the hole in the center, that conch is not coming out.
Why will he come out? Because he's got a hole?
It stick to the shell. And it breathing now. Once it breathes it be able to come out freely. Now it's not breathing, it's not going to come out.
So it's like a muscle.
Yeah, muscle not grip the end to it, yes.
Sometimes he doesn't want to come out. Like now.
Like a club salad.
Head.
This right here.
Oh, that's his head?
Yes.
Wow.
That's the eyes right there. This is some muscle. Some of those people pull this out and they eat it.
Here I am with my shot of conch salad. Conch salad? I don't know how they pronounce it, but here goes. No, so good. I'm not a salad person, but I'll eat that salad.
We're gonna put one leg in the front. We're gonna shake it.
thought we'd try somewhere a little bit different for dinner tonight. So we went to one of the other dining rooms. It was like a little Italian place. We were not impressed by the portion sizes or the taste of the food really, so we're eating again. I stand by what I said about having to be rolled off the ship. It's gonna happen. I didn't get to vlog what we were doing for the rest of the day. I'm just trying to avoid making this vlog about 3 hours long. So basically, after we got to the island, we went on that bus tour. That was where I showed you how they made the conch salad or whatever it is that they call it. And then after that, we went on a glass bottom kayaking tour. So we shared a kayak together and it had like a clear bottom so we could see all the wildlife and stuff. We managed to see like some sea urchins, some fish, and then right at the end we managed to see some lobsters. Then we just had dinner, and now we're gonna do an escape room, so that should be interesting. Tomorrow is gonna be all our seminars starting very early in the morning, so it should probably be an early night for us. Not hitting the club, unfortunately, even though we did go last night. It was hella dead, so I don't feel like we'll be missing out on much. And this is more than ready for the first session. It's gonna be a productive day.
100%.
I reckon I'd be a lot better than this at this though. Ooh, ooh, who's that girl? I'm just facing this way so that you can discreetly, but not so discreetly, see the back of my dress because I look hella cute. Tonight is the ship's first formal night, so even though I've just been getting dressed up like this most nights just because I am that bitch, now I actually have an excuse to do it because everyone else is getting dressed up as well. I'm not sure what the actual occasion is. I think it's like the captain of the ship comes down and has dinner, but I'm not really that interested in seeing him. I'm just interested in you know, looking good, but that's nothing new. So anyway, yes, we're getting all dressed up. We're probably gonna go and try and go to one of the more fancy restaurants, see what that has to say for itself, and then we're gonna go to the theatre and see a dance show, and then see where the night takes us. I mean, we're not really gonna go anywhere because we can't leave the ship, but you know what I'm trying to say. Here we are in St. Thomas. Just realized I didn't even show y'all the look. Little graphic liner kind of day, keeping it simple. It's gonna be very active. We've got a few excursions today. We're gonna go hiking, do some kayaking, do some snorkeling. I mean, this isn't really activity appropriate attire, but she looking cute or whatever. It's for a bit of size reference on how big our ship actually is. It's literally, it's like its own country. So we just finished our excursion, did some kayaking, a little hiking, and then did some snorkeling to see some marine life. Saw some stingrays and some lobsters, various fish, I don't know which are which, and now chilling on beach in a hammock that at this point I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get out of. Oh, just look at that sunset. This literally is paradise. I'm in heaven. This is what heaven looks like. Shouldn't really even be trying to sit on this deck chair, but you want to look at this view, you do what you must. So this is today's look. Again, keeping it pretty simple because today is going to be a very active day. We'll soon be docking in St. Martin. This is going to be our last stop. And I'm going to go do some horse riding. I've never ridden a horse before. Always wanted to. So what better place to do it than on this beautiful island? I don't know if this is like horse riding appropriate, but again, she gonna look cute or whatever. So this is St. Martin. Gorgeous. We're just about to start the excursion. They said the horses are small, so before we all get on them, they're gonna have to weigh everyone just to make sure. I just had breakfast. I just had so much breakfast. I'm scared. Our companions for today. Excuse me, sir. I do not believe that you are a horse. So this is Angelina, my companion for today. At the end of this, we are going to be the best of friends. Or sworn enemies. Depends how well I do. We'll see. I don't know if you can see, but down on those rocks, there's a hell of iguanas.
You can see how the waves came in and crashed into the building, crashed on the whole building. The waves took out the roofs off, the doors, the windows.
Got myself some lunch. Finished my tour, had some lunch, fell asleep in the sun. Not the best idea, but at least now I'm looking nice and brown. I got some gelato. I think it's time to explore this lovely town. Boom! Boom, 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 boom. So tonight is the ship's second formal night, and the general consensus that I found is that really nobody gives a shit. But I do, and like I said the last time, I just wanted an excuse to get all dressed up, so this is the look. Went kind of tropically and Cleopatra-y with the colours, but then still wanted to keep the gold to match with the dress, so I be feeling myself. Feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Another cheeky bit show, Motown night. So today is our last day at sea. We'll be back on land tomorrow and the cruise will be over. So yeah, very chilled day today. I mean, extremely chilled. We got up so late today. Basically, skip breakfast. We're about to go straight on to lunch, which no complaints by me there.
And then you know the lobster. Thank you. You want to try? Did you sell that? Yeah. Can you mention it? You can't even clean it up. I see that.
Please tell me why I just walked past someone in the hallway and said good morning. It's nearly 2 o'clock in the afternoon. on the ship means last night of the conference, so ending the night with a little white party. Of course I couldn't keep it all completely white. You guys know I had to add a bit of colour with this makeup. I decided to just do the makeup I did last night because, to be honest, not enough people saw how good I looked. But I'm actually running late, so let me stop talking and let me watch where I'm going before I fall over in these goddamn heels. So, champion of the talent show, how does it feel?
Mate, I'm grateful, you know, but you know how it is. Most time when I do things, I come to win. I don't come to come second.
Fair enough.
You know how I live. So yeah, I'm gonna do a spoken word piece, which I wrote. Well, you'll see when I wrote it. Cool. Cruising. Apparently, phenomenal life is what we're choosing. Mind, body, and spirit is what we're using, so we can stay winning and not losing. Now I couldn't believe it. No, not the beautiful smiles that I got from the team at the greeting. The fact that he said, yo, let's get a pic before I'd even seen him. And in that pic, I made ET look good. I blessed him. Have you seen it? But that was the first day. 4 o'clock, we set sail and we were on our way. And then the ship swayed when we hit that first wave, and everybody dropped to their knees and they started praying.
Well, that is all, folks. That is the end of the cruise. As you can see, we have docked. We're back on land. But that does not mean the end of the holiday just yet. We're not flying out till this afternoon, so we have one more excursion to go on. Hey. About to see some alligators up in here.
Another little disgusting thing that he does to keep himself cool. Okay, a black vulture to cool off will defecate on his feet and legs. Yeah, he'll poop on himself to cool himself off. I'll tell you what, man, these birds are weird. The reason I can tell you that is if you go from the tip of their nose back to their eyeballs, that's about how long the alligator is. Convert each inch to a foot. Inside, get a nice photo of this alligator as well.
You have to go through airport security and Hogwarts socks. So we've experienced a slight weather change. It's slightly more home-esque, but we're not quite home safe yet. We've just had a short stop off in Charlotte in North Carolina before we catch our connecting flight to London. So in this time I thought I would ask you, Lewis, how was the experience? How did you find it? The cruise as a whole and also the conference. What kind of things did you learn? Did you grow as a person?
It was an amazing experience. I think, like, obviously it's a level up in terms of holiday choice in general, because you know, you don't necessarily expect younger people, one, to go on cruises, and two, you know, a lot of people, and I say this with the utmost respect, but are still kind of thinking about Europe only kind of stuff, or, you know, like just short haul. But this was like a completely different experience, and what it made me realize is that actually this is possible. Do you know what I mean? And actually, why shouldn't we look to have these experiences early on? Because what this done for me was actually made me go, yo, next time I go, it can't just be me and you. It needs to be me, you, it needs to be mom, it needs to be dad, it needs to be my girlfriend, it needs to be so many other people, because this was an experience that I don't think is one that you should have in a small group or alone. So yeah, man, it was phenomenal. And then obviously the conference side of it.
Keep it brief, we don't want to miss our flight.
Fam, the conference, these times we've got 2 hours, you know. The conference side of it, exactly what I wanted and more. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, it wasn't just the content of the sessions, but it was the fact that the company that put on the conference, they were just there as real people in their element with their families. I had to commend one of their team members, and I said, bro, like, every single time I saw you, you were with your 2 children, your wife, and your parents. That is amazing. Like, just in every meal, every time I saw him, all 6 of them together. So to me, this was an inspiration. I've come back better, and I'm ready to go, man.
I concur. I feel that as well. Just look at that dreary, dreary sky. It's a million miles away from where I was less than 12 hours ago. So now I'm settled back in at home, just as you can see, drowning myself in skincare. Air conditioning is not good for your skin. It makes it so dry. I don't know how everyone on that ship didn't have just the driest, most crustiest skin. But anyway, since I'm here, just chilling, I thought I might as well share my reflections on the whole experience, because obviously Lewis had a chance to share his final thoughts, but it's not his channel, it's not his video. So with the conference as a whole, I touched on it earlier, that the whole kind of personal and professional development or self-help and listening to motivational speaking and things like that isn't really my thing. It's not really something that I do. So when I went to the conference, I was going in with a completely open mind, blank to everything. I didn't want to go in with any preconceptions. I literally was just there to learn. So a lot of people that I met there probably would have thought, oh, she's really quiet, she's really reserved, she's letting her brother do most of the talking. And even though that's not really my true personality, it's just because I didn't want to go straight in, all guns blazing, like, hi, I'm Naomi, and this, because it's not my forte, you know. There are people there that know a lot more about these things than me, so I'm not trying to force my ideas and preconceptions on them about something that I don't really know about. So I think the stance that I took was the best one for me, because I learned more than I ever could have possibly imagined. I know it's going to sound cheesy and ridiculous, but I have come back a different person. I've gained so many insights about myself and the way I view the world and the way I present myself to the world, and I think that it was an invaluable experience, and the least I can say it was a phenomenal life cruise. But conference aside, with the cruise experience in general, one thing I haven't really mentioned is the juxtaposition between being on the ship and actually being on the islands, because I think something that a lot of us have forgotten about is the hurricane that hit a lot of these Caribbean islands, and because it's not talked about in the news anymore, we kind of forget that the people living on these islands they're still suffering. So, you know, you go from the luxury of the cruise ship where you have everything you ever want and more. You've got, you know, swimming pools and cinemas and live performances always happening. There's more food than you can even comprehend. You can go and eat when you want, what you want, where you want, whenever you want. And then you go down onto the islands and you still see, you know, buildings that don't have roofs, or buildings that have basically been completely gutted, they're falling apart, and you're speaking to the inhabitants of the island and they're saying, you know, after the hurricane hit, their whole homes are flooded, they were destroyed, and the whole island has gone months without having any electricity or access to clean water, and it's going to be maybe a year or even a couple of years before everything's back to normal. They still don't have, you know, telephone lines or internet access, or these little things that we take for granted when we're back home, or even when we're literally docked up beside them on the cruise ship. That's just at our fingertips, and it's not even something that we consider. So I know I said I wasn't really going to talk about the conference anymore, but one of the main things that I did take away from the conference was gratitude, and making sure that you're constantly being grateful for everything that you have and thankful for everything you have. So from going from the ship to going onto the islands, it made me really realize how much I have and how grateful I am to have all of those things, because you see pictures of the Caribbean, you hear about the Caribbean, you're like, oh, it's so beautiful, I really want to go there. And then you go there and you kind of, you know, a lot of the buildings have not been fixed up properly, and it's not this picture perfect scene that you think it's going to be. And obviously, although the natural beauty of the island is obviously going to show through, you know, those places are stunning, and I don't think anything is really ever going to change that for the inhabitants of the country. The reality of life is tough. It is really tough. It's not a paradise like how we seem to think it is as people from the outside looking in, or even as tourists looking in. It's not the same as living there. So before I start rambling on, and you can probably see in my face that I'm exhausted and I need a nap, I'm just going to wrap it up there and basically say overall the experience was amazing for me. Every single thing about it, you know, it was extremely eye-opening for me, and I met amazing people. I made loads of new friends, and I learned a lot of things about myself. So for me, the experience, it was invaluable. And I really hope you've enjoyed coming along on this journey with me. And if you have, then make sure you like this video and share this video and subscribe to my channel to make sure you do not miss any more uploads. Now, before I fall asleep on myself, I'm going to say goodbye and see you next time.